Such power, and it was thrown away. Ages ago, a group of rebellious scientists sent it into the future, claiming it should only be used for celestial engineering. Now the time of its return is near. With the ancient star charts from this computer, we can pinpoint exactly when and where the Unity device will reappear.
So what did it do? I didn't get to see it all.
Basically, it rearranges space and blah blah quantum mechanics shit.
Goodbye. I feel that in the short time we have been together, I have grown almost fond of your species. We will meet again.
It can pretty much wipe out anything.
Perhaps your federation will
so it is a
qualify
weapon.
for second-class membership
It's a thing
in
that
the
can
new
be used as a
Chodak
weapon.
Empire.
Yep.
The Chodak are gone.
The Chodak took the isolinear rod and rod programmer with them. A failure in the panel's control program prevented complete deactivation. We will not be able to access the database itself, but we can still view the files stored in the local buffer circuits.
We could use a
Use
bit of
phaser
luck.
myself.
A failure in the I do not believe. It appears that the panel has malfunctioned. It is still active, even though the rod has been removed. I do not believe that will work. I do not...
Why the delay, Optimator 1?
Sir, the security rod is stuck in the panel.
We must leave now.
But...
Now.
Yes, sir.
Now I can use the medkit on the dead Optimator.
Wait a minute. I think this Chodak might
What
still
will
be
that get
alive.
you?
Let's see.
Any ideas, Mr. Data?
Okay, apparently I need to use data with the medkit on the Optimator, because Picard can't do it.
I might be able to synthesize a stimulant to bring him back to consciousness. I might be able to
Oh, okay.
What happened?
Your master left you behind.
How long ago did they leave?
A few minutes.
Then they should be clear. Do you have a security rod? You will need one to turn off the security systems. The code is 3 Lambda Delta.
It is a control panel. I do not believe that will work. It is a control... The rod is stuck.
Three Lambda Delta, so... Why? Oh, right, I need to use that on these things up here. So, now for a puzzle that is actually tied to the,
The security system has been activated.
CPU. Which means this may actually become impossible.
Well, are you using DOSBox?
Yeah,
Yeah, DOSBox you can set the cycles.
it's
So it
currently
should not
set
be
to max
impossible.
100% cycles. It did that automatically when I started the game.
These lights appear to be passive sensors. These lights... It is a directed energy device. It appears to use
Well, at least
external
this one's
sensors
fixed.
to acquire targets.
Is it just like a timer counting down or something?
No, I have to
These
scan
lights...
sensor to get the frequency to shoot it at, and then I have to get out before they reactivate, which is what's on the
These
timer.
lights appear to be passive
does the timer.
sensors.
Well, it beats the one in the 7th guess.
These lights...
There's a puzzle in that game that you play against the AI, and the AI's ability is based entirely on your CPU hardware.
These lights...
You know, the AI just uses your processor power to
These
think
lights
about
seem to...
the moves it makes.
It's a...
And on computers at the time,
These are some...
there was not enough spare power from running the game and all, and the OS and everything, that the AI was super smart. So you could beat the AI because home computers at the time were not powerful enough to outsmart you.
He
But
has
on modern
lost conscious-
systems, the AI always wins because it is the more powerful computers make the AI smarter, and it will just play optimally and always win.
It did not work.
It appears to be functioning.
Okay.
These lights
This is a
appear to
really
be...
long away mission for being the second to
These
last
lights
one.
appear to be...
Yeah. I can't
No one...
get the tricorder to actually read properly what I need it to read.
Nice.
Oh.
The security devices are apparently
There we
protected
go.
by an energy shield. That is unnecessary.
Make it so.
Yep.
There is a frequency window in the sensor shields at a wavelength of precisely 737.32 angstroms. That is unnecessary. There is a frequency... There is a frequency window in the sensor shields at a wavelength of precisely 700.
Yeah, I kind of have a problem. It's only reading one of the sensors instead of giving me different ones for each of the three.
Nice.
There is a frequency window
So
in the
is this a
sensor
factor
shields
of
at a
the walkthrough
wavelength
being
of...
wrong on the puzzle solution, or what?
No, this is how it's
Or is it a
supposed to
bug?
go. This is a bug.
Nice. Stream over and play a better game. I hear you just got Digimon World.
There is a frequency window. There is a frequency... That is unnecessary.
Maybe I have to do it with different people.
No effect.
There has to be a...
The sensors operate at 735 angstroms.
I'm reading a gap in the sensor shields at 737 angstroms.
Nope. What about Worf?
The sensor wavelength is 735 angstroms.
There is a frequency window in the sensor shields at a wavelength of precisely 700.
Maybe it's an order thing.
Maybe you just have to stop one.
There is a frequency window in the sensor shields at a wavelength of precisely 737 point... There is a... There is a free...
Oh. It's because the phaser wasn't set to maximum. That is stupid.
You cannot stun this sensor into submission.
I can stun one of them. One of these days I'll have to rewrite a walkthrough for this.
Or you can just say, hey, don't play this terrible game.
Oops. I accidentally teleported everyone but Data.
Nice.
There we go. In a nice little bit of continuity, it actually takes Data longer to get here because of that. There
So
it
what
is.
exactly are you trying to accomplish at this point?
Getting off the planet.
Oh, they just teleported you somewhere and then said, "Oh, hey, thanks for helping us find that information we needed. Peace."
Yep. Done.
Wait just 1 minute.
What is it?
There's something familiar about this schedule. Didn't the Chodak commander's log we received on Phrygius also
that
mention the
looks
space liner Rinkill?
You are correct. It appears likely that one of the Rinkill's destinations on this schedule is the Unity device.
The files in the Hall of Records referred to Dar Nogel as the location of the device.
A time regression analysis using the Chodak chart from Horst 3 might reveal the current positions of the star systems on this schedule. I have recorded the information.
There we go. Now we can leave.
Beam us up.
Data, I want you to run a full analysis on the information we discovered on the planet.
The analysis is already underway, sir.
Sir, a ship was detected leaving the planet's surface. It matches the description of the alien ships that recently invaded Federation space.
Then there's no doubt left. The ancient Chodak have returned in force to reclaim their Unity device.
Can we intercept the Chodak ship?
I seem to have completely lost... Yep. It disconnected. There we go.
They are already out of sensor range.
It is undoubtedly headed for the Unity device. Send its last known heading to Starfleet. Perhaps another vessel can intercept them.
Aye, sir.
What's the status of that Romulan vessel?
It will enter the system in approximately 9 minutes.
We've got to get out of here, sir.
You're right, number one. Take us back into Federation space. Engage!
So the alien ship is headed for the Unity device. Is that the same as this Rinkin freighter that they're
Data,
talking about?
how is your
Or that
analysis
a
of the
different
Unity
ship? It's
device
also headed for the
information
Unity
coming
device.
along?
Sorry, I missed that. Someone else was talking to me.
Oh, jeez.
We still do not have
So the
sufficient
alien
information
vessel
to
is
find the
headed for this
device.
Unity device. Is that the same as this Rinkin freighter that is also headed to the Unity device?
No, that was a very old ship from way back when that supposedly went to the Unity device. We're using its old schedule to figure out where it would be.
What information are we missing?
Yeah.
Using the Chodak star chart we discovered on Horst 3, I was able to locate all the stars listed on the space liner schedule. However, neither the Unity
Apparently you
device
don't have
nor the
sufficient
Dar
information
Nogel
to find the
sector
device.
are listed in the chart.
Can you use the transit times listed in the
just follow the
schedule to
fucking alien ship
triangulate the
then.
location of the device from the
We can't.
stars whose
They're too
positions
far
we
away.
do know?
We do not have any way to translate the Chodak time system.
But we could at least limit the area of search.
Without a better translation of Chodak time units, we can only limit the area of search to a radius of 3 sectors.
That could be anywhere in the Zatanis Nebula. It would take months to search that volume of space.
Okay, so I want to save because things will still be prevalent to kill me.
Warning.
I
Entering
thought they
the
had
neutral
the thing
zone.
to tell the Chodak time. Now they're saying they don't.
No, we never did. We found a thing that was used to
Entering
do
Federation
that, but we
space.
still don't know how it worked.
Mr. Data, give me a scan of this sector.
Scanning. Sensors report no unusual activity, sir. All spatial parameters appear to be normal.
What are your orders, Captain?
Set course for Horst 3, Warp 5.
Aye, sir.
Engage.
Set course for backtracking, Warp 5.
Well, Data's supposed to report something, but he hasn't reported anything yet.
Yeah, isn't there a pulsar you're supposed to be finding and time
Yeah.
the pulsar?
A measurement of the
pulses to
Gambara
figure out the
pulsar
time
should-
scale?
And then we could use
There we
the
go.
information.
Precisely.
Laying a course for the Gambara pulsar.
I just had to talk to him.
Engage.
So whose bright idea was it exactly in this Chodak Civil War thing to say, you have too much power with this super weapon? So we're going to send the super weapon into the future.
Renegade scientists who thought it should be used for celestial engineering.
And why did they think that in the future they would need that?
Well, they thought by the time it reappeared, the Chodak Society might be actually ready for that kind of power or whatever.
Warning. Entering the neutral zone.
There we go. Finally got the pre-order DLC code for Digimon World to work.
Oh, jeez. And what is your pre-order bonus?
An item that lets me digivolve straight to Omnimon, the original Digimon World soundtrack, and the new Digimon World soundtrack. And it looks like a bunch of food items.
Okay.
Or adventure support set, which
Sensors
is a
are
bunch of
picking up a
items.
vessel.
Oh, hello, vessel.
Get us out of here.
Apparently the soundtrack is an entirely different app.
Aye, aye.
A Romulan warbird is on sensors.
decloaking.
Targeting Romulan warbird.
Enemy ship is firing. We have been hit.
Fire.
No damage.
You put up a brave fight, Captain. I salute you.
It's a good day to die, Commander.
That's Klingon Picard.
Fire.
Why is the Romulan speaking Klingon?
No, Picard just said it's a good day to die to the Romulan.
Our phaser fire missed.
No damage.
Fire.
Our phaser fire missed. Enemy ship is firing. Our phaser fire missed.
Fire.
We have been hit.
Get us out of here.
There we go.
Torpedo away.
Matter-antimatter reactor down.
Mr. Worf.
Captain.
Go to red alert.
Miss LaForge, you have engineering.
Yes, sir.
to sustain current speed. Reducing speed to maximum warp.
Engage.
The combat just kind of brings
Entering
things to a
Federation
halt.
space. Warning. Entering nebula.
Not that there was much going on in this whole game.
Warning. Black hole.
Damage to the sensor array.
Oh yeah, we just
Captain,
passed by a black
we've
hole
cleared
that
the
caused some
nebula.
damage.
We are approaching the coordinates of the Gambara pulsar.
Yay.
On screen. Let's have a look at it.
Someone is knocking at my door. I'll be right back.
I do not believe that will be possible.
Why not?
There is no pulsar at these coordinates. The only stellar object in the vicinity is a black hole.
Did we misinterpret the Chodak star chart?
Our calculations were correct.
The pulsar must have collapsed into a black hole sometime after the Chodak race disappeared.
That appears to be the case. However, according to sensors, the collapse occurred quite recently, approximately 30 years ago.
We need that pulsar to locate the Unity device.
It looks like we're 30 years too late.
Mr. Data, do you have any suggestions?
Perhaps. Near certain singularities, the time-space continuum folds back upon itself. If we maneuver the Enterprise in close enough, we would be able to observe these folds directly, and possibly obtain a view of the pulsar before its collapse.
That's nice in theory, but there's a limit to how close we can go to that black hole without serious danger to the ship.
We could execute a tight parabolic trajectory around the singularity. The slingshot effect would accelerate us away safely.
Will the ship's structure be able to withstand the strain?
We're discussing about time
believe
travel
so.
with the black hole.
However, there are too many variables to accurately compute a probability for success.
Didn't they already figure out how to do time travel in original series?
I'm not willing to take the risk.
Something like that. But
You
we're
just
not
slingshot
doing that
around the
anyway.
star and you're done, and there you go.
Any suggestions?
We may be 30 years too late, but in a way we do have our own time machine.
So why do
If we
they need to
travel
time
30
travel?
light years away from
Because the
here,
pulsar is
we'd
gone.
be able to observe light from
It
the
collapsed
pulsar
into a black
before
hole.
it collapsed.
Oh, nice.
We would need an unobstructed line of
So you-
sight to view the
Did you
pulsar
just
from
say,
that
fuck
distance.
off, I'm not doing that, and that's going to be the end of the game?
No, now I'm
Best
going
position
30
for
light
such an
years away
observation
because
would
it
lie
collapsed
deep within
30
Romulan
years ago.
territory.
So does the time travel a trap option that doesn't work, or
Too risky. I must go to a place 30 light years away at coordinates 5, 6, 7.
Engage.
well, I'm asking, does time travel never work? Is that a trap option, or
Warning.
both of these
Subspace
solutions?
vortex.
Damage to torpedo bay.
Damage to main
Oh, no.
impulse engine.
Either way, we're...
Walkthrough doesn't say.
No. It just says don't take Data's time travel option. But we're going to learn the location of the Unity device in a moment.
Sensors are picking up a vessel.
If we don't run into a stupid vessel.
Intercept the
Oh, I
target.
hope you run into a stupid vessel.
No, I did.